welcome to the podcast Connected, Curious, Care. My name is Karina and I'm really happy to have you here today when we talk about something so simple than listening. And this is the most important for me that can get in the way, which is our own feelings and our own needs. We don't always have the space to listen to someone else, and it's so important that we are aware of where we are at and if we are able to listen. And only when I'm willing and able to know about my feelings and needs and then to park them on the side and be like, okay, I know about that. I don't have to agree, but I have to and I want to understand where the other person is coming from. And so check in with yourself, and this is now moving into like, how do we listen? Check in with yourself as a first thing. Are you able to listen at that moment? And if not, just be authentic and clear about it. I really want to talk with you about that, but right now I'm so angry or I'm so upset or I'm so busy, I can't really listen to you, and I really want to understand your side of the things. And can we meet tomorrow or in 2 days, or can I come back to you and we schedule an appointment? So making the decision that you have the space to listen, first step. Then come with presence. What helps me to stay present when I am in conversations is focusing on my breathing, noticing when my thoughts start to wander and bringing my attention back. Sometimes it helps me alone to focus on gravity, where my feet are, where my hands are, and just allow me to be with the other person. And then coming from a place of curiosity and care. And what I mean by that is that I am willing to learn. I am willing to recognize that I didn't have the full picture yet, and that there is more to the story that I knew, and then having the flexibility to adjust an opinion of mine or how I thought the situation was. And then with care, I mean that I can bring the attention to really see you as in a holistic way, and that I understand also the feelings and the needs that you may have, even if I don't agree with you, but that I can care about your feelings and needs. Okay, and then we said that earlier, when we make the decision, we can listen. It's really important to keep in mind throughout the conversation that we put our feelings and needs in the parking space. And that we avoid, while we are in communication, that we start going back and forth. And if someone says to me, I'm so hurt or I'm so angry, that I don't jump up and I'm like, yeah, but I'm angry, or I'm frustrated, whatever it is. But to really make this decision, my feelings and needs are on the parking spot right now. We will come back to them. I don't have to agree with the other person right now, but I want to listen and I want to understand. And that understanding comes from listening to the full body, to really see the body language, to see the tone, to hear the tone of the voice, and to fully absorb what is happening with the person in front of me. And then in terms of listening itself, it's what feels right for you in a certain situation. There is not the one way how we always listen. There are conversations where I just give space and I listen attentively with silence. And there's also the option that I use my body to respond in terms of like just nodding or shaking my head, or I can make little sounds like, oh wow, really? I can summarize and I can paraphrase what I just heard in my own words to just also confirm that we are on the same page and I got it. Or I could start to explore what feelings and what needs might be present with the other person. So let's assume a colleague of yours seems really frustrated and flustered, and it's like, oh my gosh, I got 9 early shifts coming up. And you could say, oh wow, 9 early shifts, that's quite a bit, huh? But then you can also go a little further and you can explore a feeling which might be, oh wow, that already sounds exhausting. How is that for you, getting up 9 times that early? And maybe the other person is telling you, well, I'm a night person. I really have a hard time getting up early, and doing it 9 times in a row is going to throw me completely off track. And I'm going to be, after 5 days, I'm just going to be really exhausted at home and at work. And then maybe you can explore a need and you can say, wow, that sounds already exhausting, and it sounds it's going to be really hard for you to do your best and to do a good job and give high quality work to your colleagues and your patients, and I know that's important to you. And through that, like, getting into the feelings and needs, you create a different level of understanding, and it allows you to fully feel what the other person is feeling, and understand what the other person goes through, and what it means for the other person to be in that situation. And it does not mean you have to agree, or you have to be one in you have to come to a conclusion and to one opinion, but it allows you to really understand the perspective of the other person. And then after that, if you have the feeling the other person is fully heard, and you can confirm that by saying, is there anything else you would like to share or that you think I should know? And if not, you can ask. You can say, well, I'm so glad I got to hear all this. I feel like I really have a good understanding of what's going on. Are you open to hear my perspective and how it is for me? And maybe that is not possible in one round. Maybe you have to say, that was so much. Let us think about that for a bit. I feel like I have to let that sink in. And can we schedule a meeting the next day or in 2 days, and then come back to it, and to take our feelings and needs off the parking spot, and share that. And for me, having this full listening and understanding is a way to stay connected, even though if we disagree, and to find hopefully a compromise moving forward, and getting out of this arguing or blaming or judging, but being more constructive. And that's it for today. Let me know your experiences with listening, if it's easy, if it's hard, what makes it easy, what makes it hard. And I look forward to see your comments. Okay, bye.